Hi friends, today I thought of sharing a legal issue with you regarding the property attachment by ED authorities and thereafter the company going into CIRP process under IBC. So the short question is that what is the fate of the property which Enforcement Directorate has attached as per the provisions of Money Laundering Act, and that company has come before the IBC under the process of CIRP under Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. The question is, what is the fate of the property, whether it will remain with the Enforcement Directorate or whether the RP appointed under IBC will have a right to get the custody of the property for the purposes of CIRP under the IBC. So, to answer this question, we have to answer one peculiar feature, that when a CIRP is initiated, then section 14 concerning the moratorium comes into play and all the pending proceedings gets a stay by the operation of law under IBC. And those are civil proceedings which get stayed by virtue of section 14 moratorium under IBC. Now the question is, the moment a CIRP process is initiated by an admission order by NCLAT, on that date when the moratorium comes into force, whether the attachment which has already been done by Enforcement Directorate under money laundering law, whether the proceedings under the PMLA will stay because of the moratorium of section 14. That is one. Secondly, once CIRP has been initiated, now whether the proceedings can be initiated and the property can be attached as per the provisions of money laundering law, that is PMLA. So this is the basic question which I want to answer in today's sharing. So the question is, to answer this, the question is whether the proceeding before PMLA is civil proceeding or criminal proceeding. That is the moot question. The answer to this is that the proceeding before PMLA are too prolonged. So far as the proceedings of attachment and confiscation is concerned by the ED, that proceeding is a civil proceeding. And so far as a criminal complaint is filed by ED before the trial court, that is a criminal proceeding. So once CIRP is initiated, the proceeding pertaining to attachment and confirmation thereof by the adjudicating authority, being a civil proceeding, section 14 of IBC will prevail, and the proceedings under PMLA cannot continue. And because IBC is a later law, for the purpose of resolution, corporate resolution of the corporate debtor, with the purpose to maximize the asset value of corporate debtor, so the RP appointed by NCLT means in the process of CIRP, will be entitled to get the custody of the property if already attached by ED. If not already attached by ED, once CIRP has got initiated, ED will have no jurisdiction to attach the property of the corporate debtor, which is going to be the part of the resolution plan of the corporate debtor. So the answer is that section 14 very much comes into operation the moment CIRP is initiated, and that moratorium and the stay on all the civil proceedings against the corporate debtor, including PMLA proceedings, gets stayed by the operation of law. And it is RP, it is IBC which will prevail, and on that property of the corporate debtor, the ED will have no jurisdiction to attach or continue to attach that property of the corporate debtor. To recognize this principle, the law has been amended and a section 32 capital A has been introduced in the IBC, where the law itself has now recognized two things. Number one, the property of the corporate debtor cannot be attached and cannot be continued to be attached so far as the allegation under PMLA, the offense of money laundering under PMLA, relates to a period prior to the initiation of CIRP. If the offense is alleged to be committed prior to the initiation of CIRP, then the property of the corporate debtor for that offense cannot be attached, as it is contrary to the object of IBC to maximize the value of asset of the corporate debtor and successful resolution of corporate debtor. That is the law today. Secondly, even this criminal prosecution of the corporate debtor cannot continue once the management of the corporate debtor, by virtue of duly approved CIRP resolution plan, has been taken over by the new management. Until unless the new management was part of the crime which was committed before the initiation of CIRP. The idea is very clear. The property of the corporate debtor, as well as the corporate debtor itself, as well as the new management which is taking up the management of the corporate debtor, are to be saved from the proceedings under PMLA for an offense which is alleged to be committed before initiation of CIRP, to give the new management a clean property, a clean management. That is the purpose of IBC, which has been recognized by amending IBC, and IBC being a later law will prevail over PMLA, and NCLT is all authorized to decide this kind of dispute, that the property, if attached before CIRP, has to be released to RP for the successful resolution of corporate debtor. So this is the law which I wished I may share with you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.